Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. This is 93.7 The Ticket. I start every show off by giving Matt Warner out there in Waverly, Nebraska, a lot of love. Big shout out to Empire Fencing, man. I appreciate all the love and support you guys continue to give me. You know, I was just wanting to say this too, man. This is my first show of 2025. And just want to point out a couple of things. The importance of laughter. I think it's very, very important that people get to laugh on. Sometimes, you know, there's not a lot to laugh about, but if you're anything like me, I make up excuses to laugh. Not that that's going to make any of my problems or any of my situations go away or it's not going to pay any bills. But you know, the one thing about laughter, it makes me feel good. So I want to encourage as many people as I can to just get to laugh on for no reason. You don't really need a reason to be happy. Just be happy just because you're alive. You know, I'm very honored with all the stuff that went on over the holidays. I'm very honored that I'm still here and I'm healthy and I'm looking forward to 2025. So with that being said, you know, I really want to give props to all the people out there that go above and beyond to help others. I don't think they get the credit that they deserve. So I'm just making it a point to start off 2025, giving them some love, because man, helping others when you got things going on yourself is very, very hard to do, because a lot of times, you know, you can get caught up on being focused on what you got to do. But when you can find time, even though you may be struggling in some areas, to help others, man, I think that's important. I caught I think it was Ralph's good takes, and he had experienced something that wasn't pleasant, but you know, he leaned on the positive things and the positive people that he know. I think that's important, you know. So a big shout out to Ralph, man. Appreciate you showing me love. I like being happy. Now, is my life perfect? No, but I choose to focus on the positive things in life, and that's just the way I look at life. I got a guest tonight, and this is going. I know where I'm at. Before I say this, I'm in Nebraska. I get it. I'm a former Husker. I get it. But this guy here that I'm bringing on tonight is used to be a rival, but now it's like a little brother. Melvin Gilliam, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, big bro.
Yeah, well, man, you know, I just want you to know, Melvin, that I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to be a part of this. And I just got to be upfront with you and say, I want to show you some love, man, by, you know, talking about some of the things that a lot of people that watch sports, they see one side of your life, you know, and that's between the lines or on the court or whatever your sport of choice is. I want to give you your props. So we're going to start from the beginning, Melvin. Melvin, where'd you grow up, man?
Man, I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, brother. Tulsa,
Oklahoma. See, I knew my Husker Nation. Hold on. Just hold on, Husker Nation. We going somewhere with this. Growing up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man, what high school did you go to there?
Man, I went to a school called Booker T. Washington, and I know in every city they probably got a Booker T. Washington. This Booker T. Washington is world renowned and it's international. I mean, guys came out of this school. All the pros out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 90% of them came out of this school. I'm talking about Wayman Tisdale. I'm talking about Reuben Gant. I'm talking about Eton Thomas, Ryan Humphreys, Tyler Lockett. All these guys came from the same high school. This
Wow.
high school was so prominent, man, that the NFL came to the high school and gave it an award because they had so many professional NFL players coming out of this high school
Uh-huh.
that the NFL thought they would come and give them an award because it was so many. So it's a very
Wow.
prominent, very athletic, but what people don't realize about Booker T is it is the cream of the crop academically. It is the Ivy League school of Oklahoma.
Huh.
So
Learned something new there.
academically, if you can't perform academically, this is not the school for you. And they put out professional athletes from
Wow.
the mid '80s to the early 2000s. I think in basketball they took state every year. Every year,
Wow.
they literally won 8 in a row.
That
So
ain't easy to
it
do,
was a
man.
very prominent. And as an athlete, Rick, you know, winning
Yes.
back after back after back after back, that's not an easy feat.
Oh no, because you're getting
But
everybody's best shot. You know.
everybody's best game, you get
Yeah,
everybody's
everybody
best
trying to
every
knock
night.
you off, man. I mean, you got a
That's
target
right.
on your back
That's
to
right.
say the least.
That's right. I mean, man, when I was in high school, when we started high school, Rick, freshmen couldn't play varsity. And I'll tell you a story. I was in the ninth grade trying to play varsity, and the school system took me to court and said, no, he's in the ninth grade. He can't play varsity. So at the time, freshmen couldn't play varsity when I was in high school, starting in '83.
Uh-huh.
So, well, '82, '83. So in '82, I had to play freshman ball instead of getting to play varsity. But I played football and basketball. And out of the 3 years I was there, I played in the state game in both sports every year except one sport. My
Wow.
sophomore year, we didn't make it to state in football, but my sophomore and junior year we did. And in basketball, we made it to state all 3 years. So
Wow.
I was in a state game 5 out of 6 sports in 3 years. 5 out of 6 times.
Man. And that's getting everybody's best shot. That's saying something.
Yeah,
That's
man.
saying
That's
something.
why I was really, yeah, that's why I was so prepared for college, I think, man, because where we played, practice was harder than the game because it was so
Yeah.
many great athletes. Man, my junior year in high school, we had 27 D1 players on our team. 27. Ricky, that's
Wow.
unheard of, bro.
Yeah, that is. That's rare.
Yeah.
Very rare.
And we had guys go to Notre Dame. We had guys go to Michigan. We had guys go to Tennessee. We had guys go to OU, Oklahoma State. We had guys, University of Houston. We had guys everywhere going to D1 colleges, man.
Wow. Wow. Dude, that's very rare. You know that, right? Because I
Oh my
mean,
gosh, I look at it now, Rick. You know, like I know, if a team has 3 or 4 D1 kids, that's a good team.
oh yeah. You're gonna be in the playoffs.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's true.
We had 27, Rick. 27.
Wow. And you know the funny
Yeah.
thing, I was sitting there thinking about that, and back then, you had to earn your spot. It wasn't no, I'm gonna go to this school next year. I'm gonna go to this school the year after that. You had to
Yeah.
you had to
You
stay
had to
there.
go and you had to stay where you was at. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Get real
So
motivated.
you had to go get it, Rick. You had to go get it, man.
Come back with it and hurry up. Yeah,
And
man.
hang on to it.
Yeah, because I mean, and you know, one thing about being in a place like that, I can only imagine, but you couldn't get hurt.
Oh, you lost your job. You lost your
You get
job,
hurt.
man.
Yeah, you get hurt, you might as well get you a baseball cap or one of those seats on the end of the bench because you ain't
There
going
you
back.
go. Look at trying to get it back next season, bro. That's what you had to do. That's what you had to do. That is a fact, man. But it was so enjoyable, Rick, because competition was so high at
Yeah.
practice. The practices was so intense that when we got to the game, the people we were playing, our third string guys probably could have played and
Yeah. Yeah.
gave the first team on the other
Games was
team a good
actually
game.
easier.
Oh my gosh, man. I
Yeah,
had
the
some great
games.
coaches, man, and they knew that, man. They knew that if our practices were going to be hard game.
Well, see, but going through that though, like you said, it made the games easy.
Oh
That's why
man.
you probably were able to keep winning the way you were.
And Rick,
And
you
you
know how sports translate to life,
correct.
you know, and having to compete on a high level every day made it in my adult life to
Right.
compete every day is an easy thing, man, because I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
was like second nature.
that's why people don't realize how important sports are and the lessons that they teach. It
Correct.
teaches you you're gonna fail. You gotta
Right.
overcome. You gotta stand up, brush yourself off, and get back in there. That's life,
Right.
Rick. That's life,
Yep.
man. And
Yep.
that's why I urge all kids, try to find a sport to play. I
Right.
mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the end all do all. It's definitely
Right.
not that. Because I know some
Right.
quality people that didn't play sports.
Correct.
But I'm saying, man, it's my edge in my everyday life today
And
because
I
I
understand
played
that.
sports. Yeah.
You know, I was just sitting there thinking, man, like after, with that type of competition on a day-to-day basis, man, I'm sure the recruiting was crazy when you came out of high school. I mean,
Oh,
gosh,
Rick, it
the
was
pros is there. I
bananas.
know the colleges is there.
It was bananas, Rick. I'm telling you, man. I used to go hide over friends' house just to get away from the coaches, man. It was ridiculous, bro. It was crazy. And see, I had an older brother that went to SMU back in the '70s. So
Okay.
that's when SMU was chunking money around the place.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So
But I
my
think,
brother was part of that. And so he told me a little bit about recruiting, but he really didn't give me the picture.
right.
So when I started getting recruited, man, because I was a two-sport All-American. I was All-American in football and basketball. I
Oh,
made the
wow.
McDonald's All-American team, and I made in basketball McDonald's. In football, I was a parade All-American.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was I was ranked. I was the seventh best player in the country in basketball, and I was the number 3 defensive back in the country.
Wow.
So I was getting recruited from both sports. I still hold a title now in Oklahoma as the most highly recruited athlete in history in Oklahoma
Wow.
because I got
That's
offered a
amazing.
scholarship. Man, I got offered a scholarship from every Division I college, including Ivy League, because the school I went to, and I was a 3.8 student.
Okay.
So
Okay. That makes
I got
sense.
recruited by Penn U, by Yale, Brown, Harvard, Air Force. I got recruited by every Division I college in the country, man. Every one.
Well, let me ask you this, little brother. What made you choose the school that you chose?
Well, to be honest, man, I wanted to stay close to home so my mother and my family could see me play more.
Okay.
So I knew I wanted to go to either OU or OSU. I knew that. So that was set. Now the recruiters didn't know that because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get recruited.
Right.
But I knew, and my brother knew that it was really out of 3 schools: OU, OSU, and Texas. Those were the 3 schools that I was really seriously considering, but nobody knew that except me and my brother, pretty much. Yeah.
So you wind up choosing which school?
Oklahoma State, man. I chose
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State
State,
Cowboys. Big
man.
shout out to the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. We didn't do too well this year, man, but Hopefully we come
That's
back
all right.
strong next year.
That's all
Yeah.
right. We all rebuilding. You know, I think we
That's right.
finally
That's
trying
right.
to get going in the right direction up here. So I understand.
That's right. That's right. So yeah,
You
man,
had
I chose Oklahoma State.
and your reason for choosing them was because you would just want to be closer to home. Is that right?
Exactly, man. I wanted to kind of stay close home so my mother could come see me play. As long
Okay.
as I can remember, man, you know, my mother been at my games, man, and to go far away to where she couldn't be in the stands every week,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do that, man. I just didn't want to do that. So, you know, everybody in the state grow up kind of seeing OU because OU been on the national table forever. You know, they've been
Yes.
winning national championships. And so, man, I kind of wanted to go to, I went and visited Oklahoma and I went and visited Oklahoma State. And I chose Oklahoma State, man, because I wanted to be part of a building a tradition like that, not actually going into it and just being part of one, but building one
Yeah.
would have been really special for me. And we kind of did that, man. We didn't win national championships, but we were the first teams to win 10 games in OSU history. And we did it back to back. You know, I was down there with Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas, you know, Hartley Dykes, Mike Gundy. Man, we had Ronnie Williams, man. We had a bunch of great
Was Mark
players on
Moore
our
on your
team,
team
man.
too?
Mark Moore was there. You know, I played in the secondary with Mark Moore.
Yeah,
Actually,
y'all
Mark
are.
Moore is the reason. He's the reason I actually got to play because I was a quarterback in high school and I played free safety. So I went to Oklahoma State playing free safety, but I wasn't gonna get to play because we had an All-American there by the name of Mark Moore, and so I couldn't just go down there and take his spot, you know.
Yeah.
So we were playing our second game, man, Miami, Ohio, and Mark Moore is known as a hitter, man. He was knocking people's block off. So he hit this guy, man, and knocked himself out. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I got to go in the game because Mark got hurt. First
Oh,
series, I got an interception. The next series, I got a big hit. The next week in practice, coach said, we got to get him on the field somewhere. So I ended up going to play cornerback. And I had never played cornerback before, right? I never played cornerback before. So I asked the coach, okay, what I got to do? He said, see that guy right there, the wide receiver? He said, yeah. He said, don't let him catch the ball. I said, so I play him like I'm playing basketball, man to man? He
yeah.
said, yeah. I said, I can do that. And that was history, man. I played, and I started every game the rest of my career after that. And I got to
Wow.
thank Mark Moore for that, for knocking himself out.
Big shout out to Mark Moore, another one of my little brothers.
Good looking out, Mark. Good looking out, man.
Big shout out to Mark Moore. Good dude too, man. Good dude. Now, man,
Yeah,
let me say
man.
this. Now, you had a lot of success at Oklahoma State playing football, but if I understand correctly, you played basketball too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went and I
Wow.
played basketball. I was the first freshman in Big 8 history to start as a freshman in both sports.
Wow.
So yeah, man, I was very blessed, Ricky. I was very
Yeah,
blessed, man,
but
to get an opportunity to do that.
yeah, but you had to put in some work to even get that, because, dude, I understand. The Big 8. I remember
Yeah,
the Big
man.
8. The Big 8 wasn't no joke. I
Dude,
mean, you couldn't come in
it
there
was
playing
tough,
around.
man. You could if you want to.
Yeah,
It wasn't gonna do you no good. That's right. That's right. But yeah, man, I was lucky. I got to play. I started as a freshman, man. I went out there, and the football coach, who was Coach Jones at the time, I told him I was going to try to go play basketball. He said, well, Melvin, I don't mind you trying to play. He said, but if you're going to go out there and sit on the bench, you need to come on back in here and get in the weight room and get ready for next year. I said, Coach, I ain't going to sit on no bench. I'm going to play. I'm gonna play. So sure enough, man, I got in there and I got to start by the time we started the Big 8 conference.
Yeah.
Because I was starting. I remember, man, we played in the Gator Bowl my freshman year. We played against Deion now.
Oh, okay. Y'all play Florida State.
That's when I first met Dion because we were freshmen together. And, you know, Dion played baseball. So Dion was a two-sport guy, too. He played baseball. And he played football. And so I got to meet him then, and that's how we became friends, man. And so we get down there. Everybody after the game, everybody else flew home. I had to fly back to Stillwater and play basketball, start basketball practice.
Oh, yeah,
So I flew back to Stillwater and played basketball, man, and ended up playing about 3 non-conference games. Then we started conference play, and about the third, fourth game, I was starting as a freshman, man.
So your time in Oklahoma State, what were some of the accomplishments you got just athletically?
Well, athletically, man, I was all conference in football 2 years. I was all Big 8, second team all Big 8 for sure. I was newcomer of the year in football and basketball as a freshman.
Wow.
In the Gator Bowl, I was defensive player of the game my freshman year against Florida State in the Gator Bowl. I ended up getting a couple interceptions in that game. Man, I started probably every game in football except the first 2. So my whole career I was a starter, man. I'm number 2 all time in interceptions at Oklahoma State still today. And I can't believe that record ain't been broken, man, because they throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game now.
Yeah, because they wasn't throwing it that much back then.
No, you know when we was playing, Ricky, they threw the ball 15 times, bro. That's a lot of passes in the game.
Yeah, I told somebody, I said, man, my whole senior year at Nebraska, if I got 2 passes thrown to me, that was a tall game.
See what I mean? So
it was just a running conference.
That's right. That was the Big 8. The Big 8 was a power. I mean, OU ran the wishbone. They ain't throwing no ball out the wishbone, man.
Yeah, you just blocked.
Colorado. And I tell you this, Rick, I had to give it to Nebraska. They had the toughest blocking wide receivers I ever seen, man. The play be on the other side of the field, and they come in to block you. And I'm like, look, man, the play is on the other side.
Hey, man, look, that was part of the deal, look, bro. If we didn't go get it, then they put us over on the sideline.
What they always say, Rick, that eye in the sky don't lie.
Yeah, and see, and
So
you know how they go
block.
during the week.
You know
how it go during the week. Them Tuesday and Wednesday practice, they watching them film, boy. They got you sitting up in them dark rooms.
Yeah, man.
If you ain't hustling,
hitting the flicker. What was that? Yeah. What was that? What you doing
if you're
right
not
there?
hustling backside,
Run that back. Run that back.
Boy,
you know, we on the same page.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. Don't y'all go nowhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get you happy on now. Be right back.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
There's quite a situation going on.
What?
Jake's been asked to step away on Fridays from now on. They want to break. Young Ben has been dubbed as the curse breaker. He's been dubbed as the curse breaker, and Jake's been asked kindly to step away.
Just for Fridays.
Just
though.
Fridays.
Just Fridays only.
Game
day only.
Yes.
Game day eve only.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card Spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, escape to any of our 2,600 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card. Just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th. See Club for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Things.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, you know, I was sitting here, me and my producer was sitting there talking during the break. And, before we get back to my guest, I think we got a comment over there, don't we?
Yeah, great show, little bro. Odious Lee shouts out off of Facebook.
Big shout out to my big brother Odious Lee, another former Husker. Man, I appreciate that love. Man, this dude here, though, Melvin, you was a problem. And I was telling my producer about this during the break. I said, man, this dude, I mean, my senior year was the 83 season, and we were 12-0, number one team in the nation. But the closest game we had all year was we went to Stillwater, and we won that game by 4 points. I think it was 14-10. Man, look at him. Oklahoma State didn't care nothing about the fact we were number one in the nation. They didn't have no concern about that. They was trying to win that game, man. And I've always respected Oklahoma State for that because they played hard. And y'all had a guy that was from my high school. Well, not from my high school, but in high school, he played for a team called Sherman. His name was Chris Rockins. Do you remember him?
I know Chris Rockins. I remember Chris Rockins, man.
Yeah, Chris Rockins played against me in high school. And I mean, dude, he was a problem too.
Yes.
Running around that secondary like he Mark Moore or somebody.
Yes, he did. Chris Rockins. Yeah. Oklahoma State had a rep for having safeties that would knock your block off.
Yes, man. And trust me, man, this dude here was, I don't know, man. I'm like, me and Chris was friends, and he still didn't.
Not during the game, y'all.
Yeah, he was cool after the game, but boy, during the game, he was just like in high school. So, but no, man, I wanted people to understand, the accomplishments that you had just in high school and college. I wanted to touch that first. Yeah. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about after you left OSU, which is Oklahoma State. Once you left that school, what was next for Melvin?
Interesting, man. Because the son of a school teacher, getting your education was never questioned. You got you went to school, you got your degree. That was understood. Man, I never thought about being a professional athlete. Probably till my senior year. I never even thought about it, man. I was so focused on getting my degree, getting prepared for life after football, basically. That's what I was thinking. And then guys come and tell me, man, you're going to have a shot to play at the next level. And I'm like, what? I wasn't even thinking like that, man. So lucky enough, man, I got an opportunity to play for the Eagles, man. And I'll tell you, Rick, I wanted to play basketball. I didn't want to play football. I wanted to play basketball. Yeah, I wanted to go hoop, man. So here I am in training camp in Philadelphia. And the 76ers, we had our practice stadium right here. And the 76ers was right across the parking lot in the Spectrum. So after football practice, when we was having two-a-days, I'd slip over to the gym. This is when they had Mike Jaminski, Johnny Dawkins, Charles Barkley. All them was playing for Philadelphia. So I go out there and play pickup with them. And they thought Johnny Dawkins was good. I said, man, I'm finna do him. So I'm over there. I want to play basketball,
You
but
trying to get
I
to
was
the
down there
NBA.
playing football, man. And there you go. I'm trying to play in the NBA, man. I didn't want to play no football. So, but the numbers was just so much easier. It was 52 players in football. It was only 15 in basketball. I said, so let me get on back to this turf over here. And it was like that, man. So me not liking football, man, I always said that, you know what? I asked them, man, how many years you got to play to get that pension? And they say, man, 3 years and 3 games. I said, well, I got 4 years in, Rick, and I was out, bro. I was out. I had my degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm out, bro. Still, my body ain't hurting,
Right.
And, so, yeah, man, I got out of there, man, and came on back to Tulsa, man, and kind of hung out a little bit. And then I said, man, it's time for me to go get a real job,
Gotcha.
So I talked to some alumni friends with was the president of a bank. So
Oh,
he
wow.
says, man, I asked him, he was one of the reasons I went to Oklahoma State. And so when I got married, man, he was instrumental in helping me with my wedding and all that stuff. You know, he was there. And so he said, "You ever thought about being in banking?" I said, "I never have, but I'll try it." And here I am 30 years later, still in banking, man.
Wow. Wow.
So
You
yeah,
know,
that's why I tell kids all the time, man, you never know how things are going to turn and change for you.
right.
You never know. That's why you always treat people good. You never disrespect nobody. And you treat people the way you want to be treated. Because you never know when you're going to need somebody, man. You never know.
You know, I agree with that 100%. And also, if I remember correctly, man, you came back and you bought some real estate there. Didn't you buy rent houses and stuff?
Yes, sir. I bought some real estate, man. Me and my wife have a company called Rezaki, and we have real estate, man. And we do affordable, not Section 8, but affordable, nice houses, man. We go get houses, we fix them up as if we're gonna live in them. They got wood floors, they got nice cabinets, everything, man. It's nice, man. And I really believe, man, from being in banking, everybody, Rick, and I mean everybody, is about one catastrophe away from being broke.
Right.
And needing some help. You know what I'm saying? So so that's kind of what I do, man. That's kind of what we do. We do some nice affordable housing. We ain't trying to rake nobody over the coal and hundreds of thousands of dollars out of them. We want them to have a nice home that they can stay in, and hopefully I help them get to the next level because I'm in banking. Because I tell them I want you to own your own house.
Right.
So I'll help them, and we'll talk about banking, and we'll talk about how to manage your money and how to do and how to set a budget. And this is what a bank looks for. If you want a loan, you got to do these things. And I help them with that, man. And next thing you know, they buying their own home, man.
Saying to me,
yeah, that's my way of giving back.
Right. And that's what I mean by helping others. You know, a lot of us, man, and no offense before I say this to anybody, but I just got to say it. A lot of times when people have some success, it's kind of like they climbed the mountain, but they had a ladder. But when they get to the top of the mountain, they pull the ladder up behind them. You know, they don't leave the ladder there to help others. And that's,
that's right.
And I'm listening to you, and that's the first thing that came to my mind is, man, I respect you for trying to help others because, I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, there's not a lot of that going around. You know, I mean, you'll find way more situations that are different from that than you will like that. So I just want to give you your props,
man.
Man.
That is true.
Yeah, I just want to say,
I appreciate that, man. And I tell you, Rick, man, it's no better feeling, Rick, and you know this, man, because you've done it before. There's no better feeling in seeing fruits of your labor. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, seeing a person for the first time actually own something.
Right.
Man, it's a beautiful thing, Rick. It's a beautiful thing. Man.
Oh, absolutely. And it lifts everybody around them. You know, I mean, people don't understand that, but it does. It really encourages them to help others. Because when you get a little help and you become a little more successful, it's a lot easier to reach back and help someone else because they're not a threat to you. And you understand what it's like to be in that situation of needing help. Because you're right. We only able to contact one catastrophe away from needing help.
Rick, you couldn't have said it no better, man. I mean, where we come from, Rick, you know where we come from. We come from the bottoms, man. We come from the bottoms, man. Let me tell you, in my neighborhood on Sunday, let me tell you what my friends say. Melvin, y'all having Holy Bird? Because every Sunday we had chicken, bro. Everybody knew. That's what we had on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melvin them having that Holy Bird today because it was set. It was set what we was going to eat. It was set, man. This is what we're going to have on Monday. What we have on Sunday, we have a little leftovers for Monday. Then Tuesday, Tuesday going to be spaghetti day. And
Yep.
I'm telling you, Rick, man, that's where we came from, man. So having success, man, I was so lucky, man, to have a mother that taught us to be humble.
Yes.
And taught us to respect people and taught us to be kind to people. My mother was a school teacher, man. I'll never forget, Rick. She retired, worked 32 years as an elementary school teacher. She finished her 32 years, man, making $38,000 a year. 38, Rick. She raised 5 kids she wasn't making 38 when we was kids. She was making less. And teachers in Oklahoma get paid once a month. So she had to know how to budget once a month, make sure we got food, make sure we had what we needed, because she only got paid once a month. Rick, I remember this, man. I remember telling my mama I'm hungry still, and she gave me her food, and she didn't eat.
Yeah.
How could I not take care of a woman like that?
There you go.
How could I not make sure she had what she needed? You know what I'm saying? There's no way, man. There's no way I could do that. So that's where we come from, Rick. So helping people.
And I can respect,
man.
Yeah, I respect you, and I can definitely relate to it because my mother also was an elementary school teacher, so I definitely understand. And to be honest with you, the fact that they had so little and they done so much with it makes you really appreciate what they did once you look back at it. Because once we got up in age and got to be where we had to take care of ourselves, then it really hit home what they did with what little they had.
Unbelievable, Rick. What they did. It's unbelievable, man.
That's special, man. And you're right.
Sir,
the humility piece, is something I know it's with you and I know it's with me because that's just a part of what we are now. Being humble is not a hard thing for you. It's not a hard thing for me. I feel like it's just like breathing, because when you start off low and you are blessed to make it up a little bit, it's hard not to be humble because you know that you can return back to the low point. It's not hard.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. It's
not
hard.
One catastrophe.
One
catastrophe, Rick.
Right.
That's all it
being
takes,
humble
man.
Being humble is very, very, very important. Well, hey, look, we're gonna take one more break, and then we're gonna come back and wrap the show up. Don't y'all go nowhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. This is to get you happy on out.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA fighters on Saturday, December 7th with Violence Fight League 2 at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now is the perfect time to go, with Nebraska football in between the regular season and a bowl game. Doors open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Man, I gotta say thank you again. Before I forget, we don't have much time left, but I do have a couple of things I'd like to say before we wrap the show. First thing I want to say is thank you, Melvin, man. I appreciate you taking time out to be a guest on the show. And I really appreciate the fact that you're the man that you are, being humble, helping others. I mean, those things to me don't get the credit they deserve. And I made it a point on this show to make sure that every time I can, I acknowledge people and I select guests that are going to follow into the steps that what you're doing, which is being humble and helping others. I just think that that's a very, very important thing in life. And I don't know. I personally just don't think it gets the attention it deserves. And that's not making excuses for all the things that I don't agree with. But I just want to say thank you, man. And sometimes we don't thank people or give people their flowers until it's after the fact. And I'm on a mission not to wait till after the fact. I want to give people their flowers when they can receive them and know that they're appreciated. So that's my way of saying thank you for taking time out, being on the show. Melvin, you got any shout outs you want to give to anybody while I'm thinking?
Man, to be honest, man, I want to shout out you, my brother, because I am so proud of you, man.
Well, thank you, sir.
The things you do and the people you do it for. And you don't do it for the fame. You don't do it for the accolades. It's just the type of dude you are, man. And I know, we met. Think about this. We met through an organization, through Randy, doing stuff for others, man. That's how me and you met. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
absolutely.
so from that, this friendship that we got now, man, is unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. I love to be around people that have similar things as myself. And I'm not talking about the football. I'm talking about the person.
Right.
I'm talking about the person, man. And you're a good dude, Rick, man. You're a good dude. And I appreciate you, bro. I want you to know I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, y'all could, what y'all could do for me, man, is y'all could quit doing me so bad on that golf course. That's what y'all could do.
Come on now, you know we still competitive now, Rick.
I mean, man, I get out to the golf course, man. Y'all act like we back on the gridiron. I'm like, wait a minute, man.
Hey, man, I tell you what, you need to tell Mike and Guy about that, man.
I know, man. You know, and that's something else a lot of people don't know about Mike Rozier. That's what we talk about, and his brother Guy Rozier. Them brothers play golf, man. Like it's something serious to them. You know,
they
and
competitive, man. Yeah, they competitive, but I love getting them on down there in Tulsa, brother.
Yeah, you know, I play golf just to play golf, you know, and you know, for good causes, like the one we do down in Tulsa, you know, for that children's hospital. I just like to do stuff to have fun, but the competitive nature does come out, you know, and I'm gonna have to really up my game because, boy, these guys out here serious.
Yeah, you playing with them two cats right there, Mike and Guy. You better bring your A game, brother.
Yeah. So see, and Mike's so good at setting you up because what he'll do on that first hole is he'll let you beat him.
Yeah.
And then after that, he'll be like, "Yo, Rick, you played pretty good on that hole, man. You want to put something on the next hole?" I'm like, "No, man, I already know that's the banana the tailpipe trick. No, I ain't going for that."
There you go. Don't go for it. Not with Mike, man. Not with Mike. Mike will have you walking shoeless.
Yeah.
He'll take your shoes from you, bro. Stay away from that dude, man.
Yeah, man, them dudes is serious. But, you know, I think Randy, I had him on last week, and he was talking about the NFL draft party. So I look forward to seeing you at that. And I think we're going to do something again in the fall, too.
Yeah. We definitely going to do that party, man. And we try to do that. We do that skeet shooting deal, too.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And y'all probably be getting some invites from us to come and be a part of that, too. So we do it in Kingfisher.
Yeah, just let me know. You know, this is something I gotta ask you, and it's usually the question that I ask people, everybody that's on my show.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mel, you done share quite a bit of what you do, and it's fair to say the understatement is you're a busy man. That's the nicest way I can say it. But I have to ask you, my final question is, when you do get some downtime, how does Melvin Gilliam get his happy on?
I tell you, brother, I'm a connoisseur of that old school music.
Okay.
And I put some old school music on, Rick, and I have a party at my house all by myself.
That's all right, man.
By myself.
Well, hey, look, we're going to wrap the show up the same way we do every week. I want everybody to understand this. Every day that you blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! We'll see y'all next Sunday night. Thanks, Mel.